Hi, good evening. I'm Joe Netherworld, and I'm here with your daily tarot card reading for May 14th, 2014. And it's the night of the full moon. I think this is the flower moon, they call that. It's right before the honeymoon, which is in June. But it's a full moon in Scorpio, so there's a lot of mischief and lust and anger and passion in this full moon. Great night for magic, making statements about the physicality of your world, what you want to have happen. And let me get back on target 1 second about my readings. Sorry I've not been around for the last almost 2 weeks. It's been a tumultuous, crazy, good, but trying couple weeks between my birthday, my mother's birthday, Walpurga, Mother's Day. Those are the main events, but then there's been a lot of behind the scenes goings on, a lot of business, a lot of taking care of business involving a lot of charlatans and people getting in the way of some of my other businesses. So, but I'm back, and I'm going to try to be back here every night as best I can. There's always something coming up, but I try to be here. But that is life, right? My life is like your life. Sometimes things happen, and we have to focus our energies on other things. But nonetheless, I'm here right now with my cards, with my spell book open and ready, because I've been working on a few things. Curses and blessings and taking care of business on the other side of the universe, as it were. But today's reading, it's a 3-card reading as always. If you're new to me, I pull 3 cards, 1 main card of the day, followed up by 2 qualifier cards that kind of let us know what we're doing. So we're going to just open this up, take a look, see what we want to pick, and let this kind of settle in, and we're going to grab this card as our main card. And that's a great card. It's a powerful card. It's the 3 of Swords. This is the cheater's card, the conflict card, the thrice stabbed heart. In other words, and this is interesting, I'll flip this card in a second, but when I move the cards, there was 1 card remaining, always a good sign. We're going to wait. So suspense is building to see what that card is. But with the 3 of Swords, right now we're dealing with today is conflict, but indecision, and indecision based on previous deceit and having our heart broken and having basically when I say it's the cheater's card, it's sort of like it's simple. You have you, them, and them. There's 3 people involved here. All is stuck in a heart, all involved in a love triangle. Maybe it's not so much a love triangle as it is a deceit triangle. And we have to deal with that. A lot of that also is affecting our future decision making based on what has happened before, which can be a negative, plain and simple. And that we are going based on what we've experienced as a bad thing is affecting our entire thought process. And that can be detrimental because maybe it's not the case. So that's the force we're dealing with today. But let's see this card that's waiting over here that we jumped out of the deck and see what it is. And this is a great card though. It's the 3 of Cups. And that's kind of showing what we're happening here. Not so much that we're dealing with deceit, but we're dealing with the mindset of having been in a deceitful situation. We do not see the value of these great things around us. 3 of Cups, which I'll point out to you if you didn't see it before. If you can see it there, if I don't set my wrist on fire with these candles. Oh, the price we pay for a mood sometimes, right? Anyway, 3 of Cups is a summertime card. It's about coming together as a group, as a coven, your friends, your close friends, 3 sides of things to really make things happen. But what it really shows is that in conflict to the 3 of Swords, which shows nothing but deceit and trouble, that sometimes you can come together as a group, as a triangle, and triad, and make a lot of great things happen. And this is about partnerships, about coming together, and about learning to rely on other people in your group and not solely being influenced by, let's say, the tragic or deceitful or negative influences of having more than 1 person involved. It's about opening your mind here, seeing the other side of the card. But let's see what our 3rd card is, our 3rd qualifier. And I'm just going to stop right here and grab this card. Our 3rd card, our qualifier card, is the 3 of Rods. Now, this is also, I love this when we have, we have 3 cards. They're all 3s. from three different suits is showing that, and that's a very powerful number. So it's what we're seeing here today is 333, a great base. The Three of Rods represents having these, three solid foundations, and you become the fourth foundation. That you're involved in this, as a not only as the person, but as the fourth part that makes the missing thing in all these threes, right, is the fourth wall, the four foundations, the four compass points, the four the four sides to to close things off. So also it's about turning your back on things. So Three of Rods is a very business and work related card, and that you turn your back on the world around you and the influences of that to make sure you got these three rods are what you're really focusing on. Your distractions sometimes, your work. So we've got a very interesting read today, and I'm kind of really excited to see this numeric pattern lay itself out for today, because we're on a full moon. We have all sides of this. We're showing at the beginning of it there's this deceit, this Three of Swords. But really what that means is you've probably had deceit before in your life. You will have it again. It's just part of life sometimes, that there's always a conflict involving in your heart. And in a complex and adult heart, we do have these past and future. And that's really what we're dealing with here, is the past, the present, and the future. And, but really what it's showing us is that there are many great things that come out of these threes. The Three of Cups showing us this great relationship, this ability to form a very powerful group when you're just not just a couple, or not just two people as a partnership, but this powerful triad where you can keep things moving but bouncing them off each other. Three of Rods, we have our work, we have what we have to do with our day, and but it all circles around. It's almost reminding you and empowering you that the Three of Rods is going to help you work through things. But we have this Three of Swords. So at the end of the day here, don't be prejudicial based on your past experiences. Learn from them, understand them, but realize that what's really trying to make this thing happen here is Three of Rods, Three of Cups. So today, start new business plans. Readdress your situations. Maybe reacquaint yourself with your ex and try to put your past relationships into play with your future relationships. And say, like, this is my past. I've grown from this, because you can't really have a forward movement in life if you can't really address your past and find the grounding and all that. But I would say today, this full moon coming, it's a day of magic, about making things happen. It's about laying plans for yourself, about your business and about your friendships, and it's about really take some time for your coven. Take your group, take your friends, take that coming together, because that's truly it's the raising of the cups and this very powerful communion. So it's a very interesting day today, very powerful, very exciting to be back and to get into touch with these cards. And today, it's a good day for making decisions. It's a good day for gambling. It's a good day for letting things go. But keep in mind, it's profound, and it's reminding you this: it's past, present, and future. All must be in harmony today. All must be addressed. Even if it's letting go of your past and embracing your future, whatever it must be, but there's three parts that cannot be ignored today. So keep that in mind. I'll be here again. I promise you, I'll be here again tomorrow. So tune back in, check back in with me. But until then, you have a very magical day, and I'll be waiting for you sometime around midnight.